Okay, great. So just from the beginning, so the goal, of course, is to make a podcast, and of course, everyone does it for different reasons. In the business sense, people might want to build leads, create relationships with clients, simplify a message, and our goal is to do that through our software as quickly as possible. So the first step to do,
Okay.
of course, to have let's say I have a conversation with a client or a person that I'm wanting to build a relationship or connection with, and so on and so forth. When I do that recording, upload. I come here and I click upload that particular file. So I'm going to pick a sample file um, of someone that I did a workshop with. But the first thing I want to do, of course, is to enhance the recording. So sometimes the recording has noise and background noise from external, from external voices. So what I'm doing,
Okay.
I'm just removing the background noise and making sure that there's a good quality sound before I start, of course, sharing this particular message. So, so that's the first thing, and
Okay.
we do that through some like AI technology on the back to make sure you don't need a microphone in your recording. So that's kind of the first step. Then I'm going to play it back so you can hear what it sounds like. So of course, throughout the journey, there's onboarding. So we tell you what's going on, but because I'm talking to you, I'm just doing it verbally.
Okay.
Hey, Ella, thank you so much for being with me this morning. What are you most the original? Then I'm going to go to the enhanced version. Excited about for our work? Hey, Ella, thank you so much for being with me this morning. What are you most we just enhance the quality of the sound so that the listener has a really good story or message to listen to. Then, of course, we walk you through, okay, you might want to have edited certain parts of the content. So we'll walk you through how you can go about doing that, etc., through various steps on onboarding. But because we're together, I'm going to just walk you through how that works. So I'm going to play it back. Hey, Ella, thank you so much for being with me this morning. What are you most excited about? You can then just see what was just discussed in that particular discussion. And if you want to edit parts of it, you can edit like a Word document like that, or you can use the bottom editor at the bottom. You can just drag,
Okay.
like when, of course, with on the mobile side, we'll be able to do that too, but on the desktop, you can do that as it is right now. Workshop today.
And something that is so related to.
I'll cut out piece of the content that I don't want. Now I'm going on to the next step. Sometimes podcasts you'll see, or any, they'll have like a branded sound. You don't have to do this, but we do that as an option in case people want to do it. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to pick the song that I typically like to choose, which is this one. Cool. So I've chosen that song.
Yeah.
I can do my own if I want that. I can upload my own music. Or I can just use the other options that have been presented here as well. So I'm going to select the same song for my outro music. Great. So now that that's out the way, I can play it back if I want to hear it. For being with me this morning, what are you most excited?
Smart man, smart. How about you?
I can play back the full audio, and I'm happy with that.
Okay.
And feel free to stop with
So
me.
this is step 3. Perfect. That sounds good. Yeah.
Step 2.
Okay.
So I click, well, you can say step 3. So step 0, clean audio. Step 1, look at the transcript to see what was said. Step 2 is intro, outro, if that's what you want. But
Okay.
you can also proceed without it if you don't want to do that. I've just deleted it, and I'm saying,
Sure.
I don't want it. So I'm going to just say proceed without, and I can do that as well. Now, step 3 is the title of our discussion. So what did we even talk about? What was I saying in the particular discussion, and how did that work? So we've auto-generated some of these options through a title, and we've given a person options to choose from. So I like community workshop. Then I've chosen that option. Then for step 3, I want to give it a visual. Sometimes there'd be a visual image that a person could potentially use to give it like a theme. You might use an artwork or a person or a roofing contractor or the client's face, whatever that might be. For the sake of right now, I've just uploaded our logo. And then basically, the last step is just bringing all of the pieces together. we've cleaned the audio, and that's, yeah, and everything has been set up. So now I can see everything together and I can play it, you see. Hey, Ella, thank you so much for being with morning. What are you most excited about for our workshop?
And some.
So it's cut out all the relevant things. Now I can either do two things. I can download it if that's what I want to do. But the most important thing I think is to get it to the listener quickly. So what I'm doing is I'm going to add it to an existing show that I already have. And
okay.
The show is called Startup Stories. So I've added it to a show I've created. And I want to say save. And then it's basically done. I've just published an episode. Now I can go on Spotify.
Okay.
So now you can see my.
Okay. But you have a Spotify account.
Great question. Because prior to this call, I had set up a Spotify account. However, if I haven't set up a Spotify account, what I can do is I can watch this video, and that video shows me how to set up it's only a one-time setup, and you set up a Spotify or Apple account, and you can just watch the video. And
Apple iTunes?
Exactly.
Okay. And so that leads to my question. Again, as a novice, you really need to, I need to have a platform to do my podcast, correct?
By platform, you mean like
somewhere to publish it?
Exactly.
Could I use YouTube?
You can do this. You can use it right here. You can publish from Shanda to these platforms. So this video right here will show you how to go from what we just made to go to Spotify. Exactly. So this
Spotify or Apple.
Exactly. We can do YouTube. Okay. That's what you want to do as well. But essentially, you've made this show on Shanda. You've made this podcast. Now you want to then get it to Spotify or Apple, to these platforms. And you have to do a one-time setup. And after that, every time you produce from here, it just does it automatically for you. It does it automatically.
Okay, excellent. Wow, that's a great feature. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So this video, and I'll first start off by, this video just walks a person through the steps to set up on Apple for the first time in the beginning. But once they've done that once, all they have to do is come here. And whenever they publish a show, it goes directly to Spotify, directly to Apple. And
interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, that's a great feature. So literally it took what? How long did this take? 10 minutes?
Yeah, it was like maximum. And I was talking to you halfway, so it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I guess the benefit is, once you've done that setup once, the benefit is that your joy is talking to clients, building partnerships, telling stories about whatever message that you have. But you don't want to spend too much time going through the process of, getting it to the listener. So I guess the benefit is simple, easy, fun, quick, so that you can just spend more time building your leads, your business, through connecting with your clients, and then of course telling your story that way. And that's the benefit that we
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
And then the goal will be like, once you can then publish, you can then say, okay, well, where were my listeners? I can look at the analytics and then review, okay, how many people listen to this one?
Yeah.
You might want to see, well, let's see if it's actually driving business growth, or how many people are actually listening to what I'm making. And then you can oh, okay, cool. This is coming soon, but right now you can then see, okay, in January, there's how many people listened, et cetera, et cetera. So you have your own audience and you can assess. Yeah.
Okay.